What's going on, good people? As promised, I'm here to get this information, and hopefully this information, this insight that I have been given will resonate with somebody that's listening to it. But let me make this disclaimer before I even get started. I am not giving this information to get into no back and forth religious debate with anybody. Religion has killed more niggas than the Ku Klux Klan and gang banging combined. And when I use the word nigga, I use it as an acronym. Never ignorant, getting goals accomplished. So with that being said, let that be the foundation of this information that I'm giving out, with the intentions on it being positive and hoping that it will help someone along the way. So as you can see up there, we're gonna today what I'm gonna do is just basically bring into focus on what the wilderness means. And to me, it might resonate to you, it might not. Whatever the case may be, let these words fall on the ears and the hearts of those that it were intended to fall on, so that they may find their way through their own wilderness. In the wilderness, there's 10 steps. The door, the hand of God, the bridge, the wall, the pits of sin and depression, the tunnel of darkness, the climb to glory, a meeting place, and everlasting life. These are resonate with you however they resonate with you. I am by no means trying to convince anybody of anything. This is my own personal experience, along with my life walk's journey with myself and my human existence here on this planet, being a spiritual being trapped in the physical body. So when I speak about the wilderness, a wilderness experience is transformation, often difficult season and times for individuals of life marked by isolation, uncertainty, an emotional or spiritual journey, or drought in whatever you may be going through. In several instances as period and foundation testing, to test your foundation and your faith. Breaking down self-reliance to force dependency on deeper faith and inner strength. Despite the loneliness, it often massive potential for wisdom hunters, spiritual growth, and manhood or womanhood, depending on what your gender is. In the wilderness, it's a time of testing and preparation. It's often a divine training ground used to shape character and prepare individuals for further purpose. Going through the wilderness is not a time to be discouraged or frustrated, which is what happens to most of us, because we are spiritual beings trapped in a physical body. And 9 times out of 10, our mind, will, and emotions will seem to grab the steering wheel and make you feel like that there's no way out, or this is the end, or this is a time in my life that I won't recover from. But at the end of the day, always remember, when a seed is planted, that seed is planted in the ground, whether it's an apple tree, orange tree, a fruit tree, or whatever type of tree it is. If that's a good seed planted in good soil, that tree will grow over time, through trials and tribulations, through droughts, through rainy seasons, whatever the case may be. Just take a look back over your life and what you've been through from a child. You might have had a good childhood, a good teenage years coming up, and a good adulthood until the time you reach to where you are now, or you might have not had those opportunities to be in a position where your childhood was like that. But if you look at your darkest moment while in the wilderness, just take a minute and think about your darkest moment where you thought, there's no way out. There's no way I can see myself making it through this or making it out of this situation. And then look at where you at now. You are out of the situation. Things are getting better. Things are better than they were when you were in that situation. Isolation and vulnerability is two other things that happen when you're in the wilderness. It involves a feeling of separation from comfort, familiar routines, and even from God, leading into intense loneliness or questions about what direction you should go in. At all times, while in the wilderness, it is important to your exit, to your success, to reaching your goal, that by no means or under any circumstances, when you encounter people that's in the wilderness with you that's on negativity or plugged into unproductive bullshit, that you stop. It's okay to stop and interact with those other individuals that are in the wilderness, because we all go through the wilderness from the time we leave that door, which is the first step that we're going to talk about, which is the birth, the process of being birthed. You are birthed out of your parent. You become this physical being, this spiritual being in this physical body, operating in this physical world. And along your journey, along your time in this wilderness, which can equivalent to your lifespan, you run into multiple individuals. Some individuals are positive, some individuals are negative. Some individuals are evil, some individuals are good. Some individuals have productive conversations, some individuals have unproductive conversations that will drive you to a place of being stagnant with no forward motion. That's a time where you shift your perspective. In the wilderness, it's okay to have your blinders on, because each individual, when they're ushered into this wilderness, which is your birth, you're in this wilderness, in this physical world, spiritual being in this spiritual body. You're ushered in here. And throughout your growth process, you run into different individuals. So it is vital to your success that you identify as quickly as possible what those individuals' intentions are and what is the motive behind their actions. You heard the saying, just like I heard the saying, birds of a feather flock together, right? So you have to be very mindful on how much of your time and energy you are given to people, places, and things. Me, myself, I limit my time with certain people because I know how they operate. I know what type of frequency they on. I limit my time with the stuff that I watch on TV or on my tablet or things that I may be doing on my computer. You have to learn how to balance your good and your bad. It's the same way with your eating. You balance your good and your bad. So if you are around individuals that are never talking about anything positive or everything that's coming out of their mouth is always negative or always talking about somebody else and what they doing and what they should be doing and what they should not be doing, when they need to be looking in the mirror and find out what it is that they need to be doing. But those people are placed in the wilderness for a sole purpose of distracting you. Their sole purpose is to distract you. While you're crossing paths with individuals in this wilderness, some of those individuals, their sole purpose is to get you to set up camp and stay in that one spot. And you never progress forward to get through the rest of these steps in this wilderness. You never progress forward to accomplishing your dreams and goals. You never progress forward in growing as a human being and becoming enlightened so that you can take that enlightenment and that wisdom that you've received on your journey to pass it along, because basically that's all it is. History is just enlightenment of others and life experiences of others passed down through generation and generation and generation. You tend to grab onto whatever it is you tend to grab onto, whatever it is that's in your same frequency line. Some people gang bang all day. Some people don't. Some people sit around all day. Some people don't. I know you heard the term the early bird catches the worm, right? But not if he's a smart worm. That bird will starve to death. So during your time in the wilderness, your focus should be on yourself and what type of investments are you making in yourself to better yourself and to better those around you, and learning how to balance your good and your bad. Everybody's definition of good and bad is totally different. Like here in the West where we at, it's certain traditions and things that we do in the culture over here that in other cultures they would be like, oh, why the heck did they do that? It don't make no sense, or that may be against the law, like underage marriage to children, or how many wives you can have, or some countries you can't kill cows, and over here they eat them every day, every hour on the hour. So certain things will resonate to you coming from different individuals. And the key is to find out what those things are. Sometimes you'll be on the same page. You won't be feeling what they talking about. I ain't with that. I ain't on that. I ain't trying to hear that. I ain't trying to go there, and I ain't trying to hang out over there either. And sometimes you will. So the goal is to learn how to limit your time and your energy when you cross and pass with these different individuals in this wilderness. Because not only are there different individuals in this wilderness, there's also other distractions. The environment, the atmosphere, the terrain, and all of these items and these people are designed to get you sidetracked so that it may hinder your forward progress. Your forward progress, well, your mindset, your determination, and your forward progress is the key goals to focus on when going through this wilderness. Peace.